Hello to those who are studying online in these virus-ridden times. This video is on principles of economics, and we're going to have a quick chat about unemployment, more specifically about different types of unemployment. So let's jump in. First of all, I want to tell you that not all unemployment is bad. Imagine you have graduated from your university, you've got your university degree, you've graduated from your college, and you want to get that dream job in that multinational company so that you have a chance to possibly even work somewhere abroad at an interesting, very engaging position. But it will take time for that multinational company to come back to you and possibly invite you for an interview. So that will require to be unemployed for several months. If you don't want to be unemployed for even just a few months, your other alternative is just to go to your nearby 7-Eleven and get a job right now. What would you choose? Waiting for a few months, being unemployed for a few months, waiting for your dream job, or avoiding unemployment altogether and go get that job at 7-Eleven? I think some of you will decide to wait a little bit. So as you see, not all unemployment is bad. And this type of unemployment is frictional unemployment. Frictional unemployment is the type of unemployment that happens because of the natural movement in the labor market. People retire, it takes time for companies to find the replacement. People graduate, people enter the labor force, people enter the labor market, and it takes time for them to find a new suitable job for them. People learn some new skills, and again, they might want to change their employment, and that will take a while as well. All of that movement in the labor market creates frictional unemployment. Next, this structural unemployment is what we can see on this picture. So what do we see here? All of these guys are looking for a job, and looks like all of them have got a suitcase. I don't know how about you, but that kind of tells me that they're probably some kind of office managers. So all of these people have graduated with their business degrees. And the reason why none of those managers can find a job is because the country needs engineers, the country needs doctors, the country needs other skilled labor. So this kind of unemployment is structural unemployment. That is the unemployment that results from a mismatch between the skills that are available on the labor market, such as so many managers who are looking for a job. Mismatch between the skills available on the labor market and the skills that are required by the labor market, required by the employers, required by the companies in the country. Maybe a lot of the factories inside those countries don't need so many managers. What they need are the engineers. That is a serious mismatch, and that would create structural unemployment. Often structural unemployment takes place because of some global shifts in the markets. Let's say, for example, we have an agrarian society where most of the workers work on the farms. Now with globalization, a lot of factories are built in the country. So the country needs engineers, the country needs other types of workers, and the skills of all the farm workers mismatch with the requirement of the skills by all of those employers in the form of new factories. That would create structural unemployment as well. Third type of unemployment is cyclical unemployment. As the name suggests, cyclical unemployment is created by business cycles. Business cycle is a regular but unpredictable change in the economy. Sometimes the economy expands, and we try to measure the economy using GDP, gross domestic product. When the economy is growing, GDP is expanding, it's increasing. That period is called an expansion. That's part of a cycle. Another half of that cycle is a recession. When the economy is shrinking, GDP is declining, GDP is dropping. Production in the country drops, which means a lot of companies go out of business, or they size down, downsize, or even size down, or even downsize, or both. And a lot of people lose jobs. If people lose jobs, that means they become unemployed, and unemployment increases. So this kind of unemployment that takes place because of a recession is cyclical unemployment. Those are the three types of unemployment for you. And there's actually something else to mention, that the first two, frictional plus structural unemployment, also have a combined name. They're called natural level of unemployment. So natural level of unemployment is frictional plus structural together, because all of that is due to some natural movements, both in the labor market and in the global stage. As I mentioned, frictional unemployment is because of natural movement in the labor market. Some people retire, so they jump off the labor market. They get off the labor market. They create an empty position for other entries into the labor market to jump into that position, jump up into that position. And global changes in the world, as I mentioned, let's say, for example, globalization creates a lot of new factories in a country where most of the economy used to be an agrarian economy. That would create structural unemployment, as a lot of the farm workers would now have to learn new skills to get a job in those new factories. It'll take time for them to learn new skills, and while they do, that will create extra unemployment, which will be the structural type of unemployment. So, in this quick video, you've learned of the types of unemployment.